Alright, so let's break down the Bulgarian split squat. Okay, so we're going to break this down into different levels, progressions. And the first, what you want to start with, is you want to get into this lunge position. Okay, and I have a video on lunges, so if you haven't seen that, I'll link it around somewhere. I'll link it in the description. Check that out. So, for today we're going to start in this lunge position, and we're going to do static lunges. Just staying here, down, and up. And what this does is this gets us into that form, and it gets us into a little bit of a split squat, and we'll raise the back leg later in later progression. So we start out here, and you want to make sure that your shin is straight, because if you put your knee over your toes, that can put too much pressure on your knee. So by having your shin straight helps you from leaning too far forward or leaning too far back. That's where you want to be. So this helps us learn that form. So that's level 1. That's progression 1. Alright, and now for progression 2, we're going to be in that same lunge position, and we're going to take the back toe and put it on the floor on our tiptoe and down and up. So this takes off the weight that you were putting on the back foot and places most of your weight onto the front leg. So this starts getting you into more balance and more strength on one single leg, which is where we're working towards. Because the whole point of doing a split squat or Bulgarian split squat is that single leg training. So this helps get us into a little bit of balance, into a little bit of weight on one leg with still some support on the back. So that's level 2 right here. Alright, and now the next progression, the next level, is we're going to take our foot off the ground. This back foot off the ground. And then we don't have any support on the back, and we're going to lower it down to the ground and back up. Lower it down to the ground and back up. And see if you can take it 1 second down, and then you can work towards 1, 2 seconds down, and then you can work towards 1, 2, 3 seconds down, and work towards that. See if you can build that up. But the point is, you don't have any weight on the back leg, and that gets us all of our weight on this front leg. And balance. Yeah, you're gonna get a little wobbly there. It happens. So, and that helps work stability and that balance. So that's the whole point of working the single leg exercises. And this is a great way to do it. And when you work up to this level, you start putting all of your weight on that one leg, and that gets you that purpose of doing the exercise. So, 1 second down, or 1, 2 seconds down, and it's okay if you struggle with it, because that's the whole point. You're working on it. Yeah, and with the next progression, we're going to use the bench or box or whatever. And the back leg is going to be on the bench or the box. This is what you traditionally think of as a Bulgarian split squat. And so the back leg is going to stay elevated. And you'll have a little bit of support from the box or whatever, but your weight's going to be on this front leg. And this is where form issues come in. Again, you want that shin straight. And you don't want to be leaning forward, arching your back, and stuff like that. Because you really need to make sure when you're here that your form is good. Because like I said, leaning forward, arching that back, and then you get your knee over your toes, and that can cause a lot of problems with your lower back and your knee. So make sure you're going straight down, neutral spine, straight shin, and the entire time the back leg is lifted instead of going down to the knee like we were before. Now, you can have your toe pointed, the bottom of your foot pointed up like this, or you can have it like this and do the same exercise. And then this last progression, we're going to add weights. So, you're going to get your weights, and you'll get set up like we were before, and make sure you're all settled, and down. Making sure you keep good form, and it's especially important when you have the weights to make sure that your form is good. Because any problems that you have with form and anything like going over your toes with your knee or anything like that is only going to be exaggerated with weights. And you see, I take it slow, and that just adds more resistance. The weights just add more resistance, so that does make it a little bit more advanced. And you need to be even more careful because you're adding more resistance to make sure that the form is good, which is the base layer that you built going through the earlier progressions. So yeah, single leg training is very important, and the Bulgarian split squat is a great exercise to do that. So here, those are just a few progressions that you can use to help you work up to that more traditional Bulgarian split squat, that you think of when you hear the exercise, and to help you build up the strength and the balance and flexibility and things like that to do that traditional Bulgarian split squat. And the progressions along the way will help you train that single leg even when you can't do that traditional Bulgarian split squat. So I hope that you enjoyed this. I hope that it helped you and you got something out of it. If you did, please do give it a thumbs up and subscribe and ring that bell icon so you don't miss the next video. And remember, train hard and stay inspired. And I'll see you next time. Bye!